Hey, this is Ryan. I want to throw out a video real quick for you. I was just thinking about sometimes in our lives we might hit a low place financially or whatever. Mostly I'm thinking about financially, excuse me, because I notice a lot of people, we get older and we might not have set ourselves up for like retirement or like for when we got older. So we might have tried, but then something happened and it like put us back down again. And I just wanted to make this video to say that if you're feeling bad, um, if you're feeling bad, don't worry about it too much. Like, or I want to instill the belief in you that look, just because we've been through a lot and we had our ups and downs and we were doing really good, but something happened and it put us back down. And I just wanted to say, like, you have a lot of experience and you know that things can change for you in an instant. Like, you meet somebody new, that job comes in, uh, whatever it is, and I just wanted to let you know that if you one day when it happens, it'll change like that, and everything will start working out again, and you'll be smarter, and you'll know what to do with your money, and you'll do those things that you put off before, like make those investments and different things that you wanted to do with your money and you didn't do. Um, And so, anyways, I just wanted to make this message to help you to remember all the stuff that you've been through. Okay? You're very intelligent, you're very wise, and each time you go over those mountains and in those peaks and valleys, each time you get smarter and something, and you know something's going to happen for you. All it just takes is one thing, like one job, one whatever, to come in, and all of a sudden you're just like back on top again. So I just want to make this message for people that are out there that are going through that, because I'm personally feeling that way. I'm feeling like when I look back at my life, like I could have made better financial decisions. I could have set myself up better. Um, and at some point I made some mistakes, and then now I'm at a low point. But I've been through peaks and valleys, so I know that I'll be able to come back. I'll be able to come back again. All it's going to take is just me deciding, hey, I'm going to put my nose to the grindstone and work excessively, work and make that money, and and um, and when the money comes in, I'm not gonna do all those things, all those expensive things. I'm just gonna save up my money and invest it, and you could come up really fast if you put your nose to the grindstone and you invest your money and you save and not spend a bunch on things, going out to eat and buying Starbucks and different things like that. Um, I remember a time where I just put my nose to the grindstone and I just saved every penny and I didn't spend on all these other things, and the money added up fast, and I could have really done I could have really done really well if I would have invested the money and if I would have did certain things that I wanted to do, but I didn't do them for whatever reason. I guess I just liked having money in the bank, which was really stupid because you don't just keep putting money into your bank account. You only need like maybe like $2,000 in your bank account. The rest of the money above that $2,000 should be put in some sort of fund, stock market, or uh, some sort of fund where you're going to be making interest off of your money. And um, so the amount of money that I had, I probably could have made, an extra $5,000 or $10,000 on top of the money that I had. But since I didn't, I just kept putting it into the bank instead of putting it into some sort of investment. Um, I didn't get the interest on the money. Um, so just something to think about. It's like sometimes our jobs that we get, because you're older, you can get a good job that pays good. And if you do look at the amount of money that you make in a week, I mean, even if you made like $500, let's say, a week, like that's $2,000 a month. If you could figure out a way where you could save a lot of that money, like I did truck driving, so I don't have any sort of rent because I live in a truck, so I'm saving a lot there. That's probably the majority of the saving. And I'm not going to do it forever. I'm just doing it long enough to save up money. Um, but anyways, you can find ways to save money, and then you can invest the money. Buying land or buying land is not that expensive. You could buy land; it's not that expensive. If you actually go on the computer and you look for land, you can find places that are not that expensive. Uh, if you team up with somebody, like if you get a partner and you team up with somebody, I mean, you're pulling in a lot of money with two people. If both people have decent jobs, you're pulling in a lot of money. You could do a lot with that extra money, but instead of just spending it, like take like 3 months, just take like 3 months and go, hey, let's live the frugal life for 3 months of just like not buying and spending, and that money will add up quick. So, um, anyways, I heard a trick that is like if you take the amount of money that you make in a year, let's say you make like 30,000 a year, or you make like 60,000 a year, um, you can get a good idea of what you can do with all that money. I mean, if two people make 60,000 a year, that's $120,000 a year. That's a lot of money, you know. But then at the end of the year, people say, "Well, I'm broke." They're pulling in 120,000 a year, but they're broke. Well, it's because the more money you make, the more money you spend. But it doesn't have to be that way. Um, People live in the now and they want everything now, and that's nice and everything. But if you want to save up and set yourself up for the future and be independent and everything, um, you can save up a lot of money. A person that makes $100,000 a year, I mean, you shouldn't really, you should have a lot of assets. If you're making $100,000 a year, you could have a lot of gold or a lot of assets saved up to where you could really have something to fall back on, investments, gold, um, whatever, that when things, that then you could take some time off, or when things go bad for a while, you have something to fall back on, you know. And anyways, I'm just throwing out ideas, that when you sit down and you actually think about it, you can actually save more and make more. Um, but of course, it takes that, whatever it is in your mind, to go, okay, I'm going to do it. I've got my plan. I made my plan, and now I'm going to apply it. And so the problem is once you make the money, to actually start putting it into these ideas that you had planned, like if it was to buy gold or if it was to buy stocks or whatever it is, to actually like apply it and start letting that money work for you. So anyways, this is another video for me, Ryan. I'll see you in the next one. Late.